market.
Okay.
And then they're just building that one more and more. I think they just bought a bunch of acreage out there to build houses on.
The thing is, Alex, is like, it's. The thing is like, if, let's say everything he says comes to pass, bro.
Yeah.
You would kick yourself for not doing it. Does that make sense? Like you would regret not doing it. And I feel like if you just pulled the trigger and went with it, and then like.
What up, guys? I'm out here. It's 12:30 at night, August 21st. We have painted the walls. Looking real nice. This is it. We got one piece of machine over there. I was here yesterday painting this for about 4-ish hours. I've been here, trained till 7 p.m., let the dogs out, got here and did that wall, the rest of that one, and kind of touch-ups as we go. But it is already looking really good, so stay tuned. It's only gonna get better from here. All right, guys. Walls are done. Ran out of paint, and then got 3 rolls down. Started putting the rack together. It's 2 in the morning. I gotta go. So I got this toilet, and I fucking broke it. God dang it. So this is what's next. This is what the bathroom looks like right now. Basically, I just want to make it look not like a shop bathroom. So, yeah, here it is. Show you guys what it looks like soon. Most of the flooring has been put down. It is August 31st. We got 2 rolls. We just couldn't move that. We couldn't move this awesome machine, the Nitro. We got most of it down. The last thing I showed you was the bathroom. So this is what the bathroom looks like now. So we got some flooring down. We repainted the walls. We replaced sink, new toilet. I broke the tank, so I gotta get a new tank. Put this marker board on, which is pretty cool because we can like write some stuff on there and kind of draw on it and stuff. So that'd be cool. Probably just gonna cover that area, like either blanket, cool blanket, probably superhero blanket, or a door. Honestly, we're running pretty low on funds, so probably just put a blanket. But so next thing we need to do is just finish the flooring here. I don't know if I want to put the time, effort, and money into leveling this because it still would be somewhat of an uneven surface, and I don't want people to be lifting weights on that. So we might just leave that. I might put the air bike over here or something, and maybe like some ropes or something over here, I don't know. But the next step is basically blueprinting like where I want everything to be so that we can get that machine, the Nitro, put where it needs to be so it's put away, and then we can finish the flooring. And then I need to figure out where everything needs to go so that when the truck gets here, I can put everything in the right spot right off the truck. And then the small stuff, so we just need new lights all the way around. There is an AC unit. I mean, all the stuff is there for it. I'm gonna have to figure out if I can get AC in here, because I mean, it is August, it's hot as shit in here. So we'll have to figure that out going into next year and into the summer, 'cause that'll suck. But this is it. This is the bare bones. Yeah, I'm fucking pumped. And now, Christine and I have to move into a different house. So on top of all this, we have to move this week. It's Tuesday today, and we have to move and basically be in the other house by the weekend. So not sure if I'll get anything done in here, but it's coming together. And I really hope that all the little videos I've taken can do justice on this. I didn't really record all the hard work because no one really wants to watch me sweat in here, but it's been from like Thursday is my short day, Friday's kind of a short day as far as training goes, so like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've been in here painting the walls. That was first. Did the bathroom. Did the bathroom and the floors this last weekend, so it's getting there. All right, peace and love, y'all. Zoom in on you. Yo, so we out here. You know what we do. We out here making moves. We got all kinds of stuff in here. Look at this guy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, guys. We got machines in here. We got the flooring down. We got the Smith. We got the pull down. We got the seated curl. We got the press. Look at that in here. That's pretty sick. Weights. Just gotta figure out where I want everything to go. But it's coming together. It's coming together. Stay tuned. Yo, we about 4 months in. Check out what the gym looks like now. Sheesh. 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 Dang, he's got the deadlift jack and everything, bro. Come on, bro. What's up, good muscle people? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been long overdue for an update video / life good muscle. It's actually been, hold up, November 22nd, 2019. So, welcome to 2022. Hope everyone is doing good. I hope you're all healthy. So, lots of things have happened, and it's been a long time since I've done like a vlog like this, talking to you guys. A lot has happened. So, it's crazy. Like, if there's one good thing about YouTube, for me, it's being able to go back and see myself progress through different stages in life. If you haven't seen the video, you can watch it. I'll put it up top. I don't know why you'd want to watch it, but if you want to see me in 2019, you can watch it. But it's crazy because at the time, I had become stagnant professionally with my personal training business. And I had a lot of, I think, insecurity and just a lot of things that I didn't know how to do as far as like scaling, growing. And I, now that I think back to it, I don't think I had a vision really of where I wanted things to go or even how to do the things that I wanted to do. So a big thing for me in that video was I was not wanting to do YouTube videos anymore or like post on Instagram, which I think at the time was just more of like an insecurity of like, is what I'm going to post, good enough, or people going to be interested, when at the end of the day, like at this point, like I don't really care. Like you guys can watch or not. That's okay. And I think as far as the vision, I just didn't know where I wanted things to go. And I was confused. And I know at the time I had rethought, what I was doing as a career, as like personal training, like maybe I should do something else, which, you spend a big chunk of your time learning and researching and, kind of refining your skill and getting to a point where like you take your brand and personal training and you become this like entrepreneur of just running your own training business. Like to get to that point and to have that thought, like that was tough. And I think back to it now and that was rough. It's rough to do that. But, the opportunity came for me to go to Kansas City to work at Lifetime Fitness. And I'm very thankful that Christine was there to say, do it. And I'm glad I did it and took that leap, which was really scary at the time, leaving everything. But on the professional side of personal training, like you have to know how to scale. You have to know how to grow your business. I mean, you have to make money at the end of the day. So as soon as I got there, the first 2 weeks, like I learned so much about actually keeping track and running a personal training business that it like blew my mind. And I could have literally left after those first 2 weeks and came back and like completely changed my business around. It was great. I don't want to say really anything negative about it. I needed the experience. I needed to go down there. I needed to meet the people that I met and be around people, especially people like Shane and Nick Briney. Really inspiring people. And but I had gotten to a point where in my head I said, you know what, like I'm going to do this for a year, so I can have it on my resume, if you will, and then I'm out. Now, this was in the end of 2019, so coming around into 2020, COVID happened and shut everything down. Now, at this point, I had been at the gym for about 3 months, 2 weeks. I had spent quite a big chunk of money that I had saved up here in town to get to Kansas City and to kind of survive initiation, if you will, in that corporate environment. And so when that happened, with kind of the thoughts that I was having about the job, I wasn't necessarily happy. And I knew that. I just was, just trying to grind it out and, put it behind me, not feel my emotions. But when everything shut down and like we all got quarantined, it, terrible thing and terrible situation for all of us. But it gave me a chance to reflect. It gave me a chance to think. It gave me a chance to kind of sit with the emotions I was feeling. And, a big thing for me was like I felt like I had left unfinished business here in Emporia. And like I had built this brand and spent literally years doing it and had so much support from you guys and the community here, and I just left. And a piece of me was definitely missing, for sure. And, I think it was 2 months or something like that before like Lifetime reached out, said, hey, we're bringing people back on. At this point, the business that I had built there was pretty much gone. All the clients that I had didn't like message me back at all. So, and I'd spent 3 months, so I didn't really have the time to build these long lasting relationships with people. So my business had kind of disappeared, and I had worked insane amount of hours to build it. And with the area that I was in and COVID kind of, just happening, I just didn't see myself being able to, get the business going again. My manager that originally interviewed me resigned, and the guy that originally provided me with the opportunity to go to Lifetime was not returning. And so that was kind of the big like, hey, maybe you shouldn't go back. But like inside, I wanted to come back because I had unfinished business here. And so Christine and I said, you know what, screw it, we're out of here. We left, we came back to Emporia. We lived with her parents in her basement. Thank you, Ross's. And I jumped back into Emporia Fitness with all this new knowledge of like how to actually run a personal training business, and surprisingly thrived. My goal was to get to 25, 30 sessions a week. And within, I think my goal was like 4 weeks, 8 weeks. And I was almost there within 2. I had set up like a ton of consults, like literally the week I got back, and rolled into the second week like with 20, 25 sessions, I think. And then like my second week, I was already in the 30s. But by the end of the year, I was at 40 plus. And a big thing, like before I left, like I went to a seminar in Tampa, which I kind of talk about in that video, at the Lion's Den, which is Dave Bautista's private gym with Joe Bennett and Eugene Teo. And he had this like awesome private space. And so that's where like the idea was like, man, that'd be awesome to have a private space like that. And so when I went to Lifetime, and my lead manager guy, we'd sit down and talk, and he asked me like what I wanted to do. And I remember telling him like I'd love to have this private facility, like, because he was the guy that I met at the seminar, and I was like, it'd be tight to have something like that. And he said, yeah, that'd be really cool, but do you know how much overhead that is? He's like, trust me, I've looked into it. And that was kind of the end of it. But I don't know, I've always been stubborn and hard-headed with things that I want. And I was like, that's okay. Like, put it in the back. Like, I'm not too worried about overhead and shit like that. And so when I came back, it was vision, right? Like, that's the thing I was missing is vision. And so I had written during COVID at the beginning of the year in my journal, I had written down, I want to open a private facility. And I had actually started pricing equipment out during quarantine and freaked out because it was an insane amount of money. And so that was kind of, put aside. But I had made the journal entry. I wrote it down. Coming around into 2021, I was just kind of put my head down, and I was just working. I got into a new certification, Prescript Level 1, which is that flag if you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it's one of the most extensive and, in my opinion, one of the best certifications that you can take as a personal trainer, coach, or a clinician. And it involves an amazing group of people that you have contact with and that you grow relationships with. And I'm still kind of involved in the things that they do. I've took another course since then, but I got some more education and, kept doing my thing, kept helping more people. And in the back of my mind, the private facility was still there. And so earlier this year, or I guess this is 2022, so early 2021, I started looking at different places in town to see, you know, if I could do it. And I wasn't about to sacrifice anything for the space. So the building had to be right. I wanted to be on Commercial Street. You know, the prices had to be right. I had to figure out like where, like all the equipment that I wanted had to be there. And so, and I wasn't in a rush, and I was not about to sacrifice anything. I wasn't going to sacrifice. If I couldn't get the equipment that I wanted, it was going to be a no-go. If I couldn't get a spot that I just really vibed with, it wasn't going to happen. I had been working with Jarrell, or Dion, which he's been in a couple videos. And, you know, during our sessions, we've kind of talked about stuff and like what we're trying to do. And I had told him about my idea. And he was, at the time, planning on heading to Germany. And he said, hey, you know, me and my boys rent this spot. And since I'm leaving, and another one of us is leaving, and the other guys aren't, you know, don't really want to keep the spot by themselves, potentially it could be your spot. And I said, yeah, I'll go check it out. Yeah, right on. And I came in and looked at it, and it's just like immediate, like, okay, this could be it. It's on Commercial. It's a massive, just open layout. Just the right size to be private, exclusive, not very big. Went to the bank, talked to Brandon down there, and you know, he basically said the same things that a banker would tell you when you're trying to get a loan for something. Write your business plan, profit and loss, all that stuff. And thankful to, you know, everyone that's helped me with that. If you're watching, thank you. Couldn't have done it without you. But I got the profit and loss, wrote the business plan, presented it. Said, I don't know why we can't do this for you. Loan came through, the equipment all came through, the space came through. It all just kind of lined up together, and I was able to open a private training facility here in Emporia, Kansas called GoodMuscle HQ, which I've got big plans for. There's a lot of things that I want to do. This is the beginning. Whenever you see this video, it'll probably come out the end of January. We've been open for 4 months only. And lots more content coming soon. I'm back. I'm back on the YouTube. I'm back on the Instagram with some confidence, with some class, with some style. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to post stuff that maybe you'll care about, maybe not. We'll see. But I got a lot of plans for the future, and there's room for members. And I'm riding this wave right now. And all I can say, if there's anything of value in this update from me, it's don't ever think that betting on yourself is not a good thing. I mean, like, look, this life is short. If a bet is worth taking, I think the best bet is on yourself. And if you can't bet on yourself, then you have some insecurities that you need to take care of, because, like, it's your world, it's your reality. Like, you have the power to change it, morph it, make it better, make it worse. Trust me, I've made it worse and I've made it better, both. But, you know, if a couple years down the road or whatever, this doesn't necessarily work out, the biggest thing that I can say is, like, at least I can go to bed and know that I did it and I tried it and it was fun as shit and I did it by myself with the help of a lot of people. Yeah, and I can fucking sleep like a baby. But if I wouldn't have left Kansas City and stayed there, I would have never have known. Because being in the corporate environment, I don't really see myself having left and doing something like this. So, you know, I would have always wondered what if, and now I don't have to. So with that being said, hopefully content coming soon will be cool and you'll like it. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Come down to HQ if you're in the Emporia area. Come check it out. Come get a workout in. Peace and love, y'all.